Welcome back to Hollywood Bulletin, where we reveal the untold stories behind the world's biggest stars. And today, we're diving into the breathtaking, tragic, and inspiring life of the one and only Sophia Loren, a woman born in the shadows. A war who rose to become a cinematic icon, but beneath the glitz and glamour, her journey was filled with heartbreak, scandal, and sacrifice that would test even the strongest soul. Sophia Loren wasn't born into fame or fortune. She was born into chaos. Born as Sophia Villani Ciccolone on September 20th, 1934. In wartime Rome, she entered a world torn by conflict. Her father, a nobleman in name only, abandoned her mother shortly after her birth. And though he gave Sophia his last name, he gave her nothing else. Her mother, Romilda Villani, had once dreamed of Hollywood herself, winning a Greta Garbo lookalike contest, only to be stopped by strict parents. So when she was left to raise Sophia and her sister alone in poverty, she poured every dream she had into her daughters. They lived in cramped quarters with relatives in Pozzuoli, near Naples, often hiding in train tunnels to escape air raids. And once, young Sophia was injured fleeing an attack, leaving a scar she would later hide with makeup and camera tricks. They sold homemade cherry liquor just to eat, and Sophia, even as a child, had to grow up fast, waiting tables while her mother played piano for American soldiers. And through it all, Romilda told her she was meant for something greater. When Sophia entered the Miss Italia pageant at age 15, she didn't win, but she earned the title Miss Elegance, a title that would shape her destiny. Small film roles followed, and eventually, she enrolled in Italy's National Film School, where her talents caught the eye of film producer Carlo Ponti. He transformed her into Sophia Loren, molding her image and career. And soon, Hollywood took notice, with a 5-picture deal from Paramount launching her to international fame. But as her star rose, so did the rumors, because behind the camera, her relationship with Carlo Ponti was far from ordinary. He was nearly twice her age and still married. And since divorce was illegal in Italy, they lived in limbo, trapped by laws and judged by the public. When Cary Grant entered her life during filming in Spain, he proposed, but Sophia chose Carlo, not out of convenience, but because he had believed in her from the very beginning, still unable to legally marry in Italy. They wed by proxy in Mexico in 1957, only to be labeled criminals back home, accused of bigamy and condemned by the Catholic Church. They went into exile in France and finally married legally in 1966 after Carlo gained French citizenship. But the damage was done. Sophia had endured gossip, exile, and constant judgment. And while she kept acting and winning acclaim, she paid a price few saw. Her prison sentence in the 1980s for tax evasion shocked the world, though she only served 17 days and was later cleared by Italy's Supreme Court decades later. The photos of her behind bars haunted her legacy, and it didn't end there. In 1999, she sued 79 adult websites for using her altered image, not for money, but to protect her dignity and her sons. Because more than an actress, Sophia was a fiercely protective mother, and her greatest heartbreak came in the form of 2 miscarriages. Desperate to carry a pregnancy to term, she gave up Hollywood, moved to Switzerland, and put everything on hold to focus on becoming a mother. In 1968, her first son, Carlo Jr., was born. Followed by Eduardo 4 years later, Carlo Jr. became a classical music conductor, reserved and serious, while Eduardo was artistic and expressive. Growing into a director and storyteller, Sophia stepped away from the spotlight to give her sons a normal life, shielding them from fame, raising them with culture, love, and deep emotional grounding. And through Eduardo, the world would come to see who she truly was. In 2020, he wrote and directed The Life Ahead, starring his mother as Madame Rosa, an aging Holocaust survivor. The role mirrored Sophia's own pain and resilience. And though she had turned him down for years, this time she agreed, not for fame, but because it meant something real. The film was intimate, powerful, and emotional, winning her Italy's highest film honor and stunning critics, Eduardo spoke of his mother with reverence, calling her his moral compass and greatest teacher. And Sophia said working with her son was one of the proudest moments of her life. Behind all the red carpets, awards, and headlines, she was a woman who had survived war, poverty, scandal, jail, and loss, but who never lost her grace, never stopped fighting, and never stopped loving. From the tunnels of wartime Italy to the silver screens of the world, Sophia Loren's life is not just a movie, it's a legacy of strength. Would you like to see more of Sophia Loren's inspiring story brought to life? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this story moved you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, and tap the bell icon so you never miss the legends behind the legends.